Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Alderati, has revealed that the litigation against the United States Securities and Exchange Commission is expected to continue until the middle of the year 2025. This information was released by Alderati. On the 10th of October, Ripple submitted a cross-appeal, which is a standard procedure that assists in determining whether or not XRP is regarded as a security in the United States. Ripple has filed the appeal, which is the reason for this. In a notice of appeal that was submitted on October 2nd, the Securities and Exchange Commission (CSE) indicated that it wants to dispute some portions of the earlier court ruling that had favored Ripple. By the 16th of October, the SAC is required to submit Form C, which provides a comprehensive list of the specific concerns that it plans to fight through its opposition. During the time that the parties are in the midst of setting a timetable for forthcoming briefs, Ripple will submit Form C after 7 days in order to respond to the important arguments that were brought up in its cross-appeal. There is a vital stage for each of the submissions. Ripple's cross-appeal ensures that no legal grounds are overlooked, which is something that Alderati emphasized at the same time. He went on to say that the company is searching for clarification over whether or not XRP may be deemed an investment contract, despite the fact that it does not contain the core components that are required for a formal agreement. Following the submission of the Form C filings by both parties, the Securities and Exchange Commission will have a period of 90 days to develop and submit its opening brief. This document will contain the full list of legal arguments that the Securities and Exchange Commission (CC) intends to submit against Ripple. As far as Alderati is concerned, it is anticipated that the Securities and Exchange Commission will require the whole term of 90 days to complete this case. Ripple will next react with its own brief, presenting reasoning to support the past favorable rulings and contesting the claims made by the Securities and Exchange Commission, before reaching the final phases of the appeal procedure. This will take place once the SEC has submitted its brief, a project that Alderati anticipates to be finished around the month of July 2025. Additional materials will be shared amongst the legal teams as they continue to collaborate. Ripple is continuing to pursue business endeavors such as developments in its stablecoin project, which is known as RippleUS, while simultaneously engaging in the protracted legal battle that is taking place at the same time. The Ripple Swell Conference, which is an annual event, is expected to deliver substantial updates on impending product launches and potential new alliances. In the interim, it is anticipated that the conference will provide these updates. In light of the fact that the SEC is moving forward with the Ripple matter, there is a change in the price of the XRP cryptocurrency. In the event that an appeal is filed prior to the deadline of October 7th, the Securities and Exchange Commission has the ability to bring about a drop in the price of the XRP currency. Because the legal process is taking so much longer than expected, there have been some concerns raised about whether or not the XRP currency would be allowed to take part in this optimistic season. When it comes to them, the price has dropped below the 0.5 level, which is just what was anticipated to occur with them. The passage of time is the only source of information that will provide the resolution to this problem for the time being. In light of the present circumstances surrounding the Ripple case, the Securities and Exchange Commission (CC) has decided to dispute the ruling that was handed down by the Ripple court. This decision has the potential to undermine the SEC's attempts to fight in the cryptocurrency market. There are 3 main difficulties that the Securities and Exchange Commission (CC) may be able to overcome if it is able to present compelling arguments and evidence. According to the summary judgment, transactions involving XRP that take place on exchanges are not considered to be securities. This is because the list of issues includes transactions that involve XRP. The penalty for institutional sales, which was formerly $1 billion, has been scaled down to $125 million, representing a drop of 94% from its previous level. The Securities and Exchange Commission is required to retract its claims against Ripple Executive since this is an essential requirement. Ripple Executive is the company in question. It has been brought to your attention that this circumstance is a significant hurdle to Ripple's concentration on XRP coin. The Securities and Exchange Commission has until tomorrow to divulge information of the appeals it wants to file as soon as 14 days have passed. Ripple has till tomorrow to do so. I have just finished having a wonderful talk with Stuart, and the contribution that he made to the timetable that turned out to be the most beneficial was his insightful suggestions. At the present moment, Ripple is going to send in its Form C, which will include further information regarding its cross-appeal. Following that, the parties involved, along with the Securities and Exchange Commission, will come to an agreement on the briefing schedule. There will be a maximum of 2 with a period of 90 days to submit their initial report. Eleanor Tourette, a journalist for Fox Business, conducted an interview with him, and he claimed that the entire process will continue until at least the middle of the year 2025. Following the submission of the Securities and Exchange Commission's Form C, which will specify the issues that it seeks to fight in the case, Ripple will next submit its own Form C, which will contain the specifics. It is anticipated that the SEC will submit its Form C tomorrow. This is a cross-appeal that will take place 2 weeks after the briefing schedule that will be arranged by both sides follows the briefing schedule. However, I would like to bring to your attention the fact that the Securities and Exchange Commission has given up to 90 days for the submission of its initial brief and older OI. This is because the SEC is fully anticipating that it will utilize everyone. In those days, a legal battle that rests on the aim of the cross appeal is to question a significant feature of the prior order made by the court, particularly concerning the selling of XRP by institutions. This is the purpose of the cross appeal. The Ripple team has the intention of challenging the decision that categorized these sales under the unregistered category. According to Aldo, there is no investment contract that can be enforced unless there are actual rights and duties associated to the investment. Ripple's chief executive officer is the person who is responsible for overseeing the securities offerings. For its efforts to increase its control over XRP, the Securities and Exchange Commission has been referred to as a renegade by Garlinghouse. This is despite the fact that the court has ruled against them in major areas. In addition, Garlinghouse is offering assistance to beat him in their very own fight with the SCSC, which is connected to the question of jurisdiction over the XRP first contract problem. Even if Judge Annalisa Torres' decision from July 2023 has provided further explanation over the legal issue, it would appear that the ongoing legal conflict between Ripple Labs and the United States Securities and Exchange Commission sub is becoming more heated. This seems to be the case, despite the fact that the predictions have provided further clarity over the legal position. The legal proceedings that are related with the current SEC appeal might take as long as 2026, according to a cryptocurrency attorney called James Murphy. This is due to the fact that there is a potential that the appeal to the SEC will have an effect on the price of alternative cryptocurrency XRP. Despite the fact that analysts have predicted that the price of this alternative cryptocurrency will climb by a factor of 1,000 in a short amount of time, investors are purchasing more promising cryptocurrency projects such as exchange-traded funds ETFs, which are an alternative cryptocurrency, potentially surpassing the price of XRP currency. One cryptocurrency attorney has claimed that the price of XRP would be in jeopardy by the year 2026. This prediction was made in preparation of the appeal that will be filed by the SEC. The concerns have been raised over the potential harmful impact that the SEC appeal could have on the price of XRP as a result of the lawyer's assessment to the effect that the price of XRP could be negatively affected. Specifically, this is due to the fact that the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has announced its intention to challenge the court ruling that Judge Torrey granted in July. This order states that program sales of XRP are not considered to be securities. This forecast was provided by Murphy in a video that was only recently released to the channel that CryptoLaw TV maintains on YouTube. Based on Murphy's forecast, it is possible that the SEC's ongoing appeal against Ripple will continue until the year 2026. The appeal to the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) began to spread around the world on October 2nd. There is a 2-week window for Ripple to file a cross appeal, and they have up to 90 days to submit their brief, as stated by Murphy. This is a response to the appeal that was submitted to the Securities and Exchange Commission. According to Peel Murphy, this is a response to the appeal that was submitted during the hearing. The price of XRP, which has been unmoving for some time now, might be put in peril. It is possible that the SEC appeal case will be prolonged over the next few years if this lengthy legal system continues for several years. This is because fresh information on the appeal to the SEC continues to surface while the case is being processed. The current price of XRP, which is 53 cents, is being closely monitored by market professionals to determine how it might impact the price of the cryptocurrency. As of this moment, the intention to create the first exchange-traded fund ETF in the world is garnering a lot of interest as the next alternative cryptocurrency to Ethereum. In addition to that, it has the potential to provide enormous gains of up to 1,000 times this year. When this new alternative cryptocurrency was introduced, it made it possible for investors to buy and sell financial assets in a matter of minutes. This was a significant development. EF swap out EFs is garnering even more attention as a result of the popularity of its ongoing pre-sale, which is now taking place. With a potential price that is 1,000 times higher than the current pricing, it is a threat to the primary DAI platforms that are now accessible.